Hello Jelly Babes, welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be the last plate that I am reviewing from the plates that Clear Jelly Stamp has sent me for review, and it is a gorgeous plate to finish on. It's actually a collaboration plate. They collaborated with TALIA'S Nail Tails, and this is the plate that they came up with. So you do, as with all plates, need to remove the clear protective film before stamping. I always show this on my videos, just in case you're really new to stamping and don't know how that you have to take that off. So I'm just going to give you a little quick glance over the images. Obviously this is a layered plate, and you'd go from left to right and layer up the images. So I always clean my plate before stamping, just to remove any sort of dust or oils that could have come off the film. So getting straight into the swatches, I'm going to be swatching this flower here. Unless it's like dead obvious it's a rose or something. I really have no idea with names and flowers, so yeah, I'm not even going to attempt to name them because I'll probably get it wrong anyway. So I'm going for a bit of a lighter shade. Now I think with this plate it is going to be a little bit of trial and error with colour combos, and whether you need to go from dark to light or from light to dark, whether you need to go with colours that are kind of like in the same I'm gonna say genre, but it's probably the wrong thing, but basically like here I've done yellows, but it's like different shades of yellows. And that is the end look. You will see on my bloopers, yes, more bloopers. Yeah, when I didn't get it right or didn't layer it right or totally got the colour combo wrong. But yeah, but I just thought I would add a lovely little leaf detail to this plate, to this image. So I started off with a dark green. I'm just getting rid of all the bits that I don't want with some Scotch tape. I'm going to place this on the nail like so. I'm going to go with a slightly darker colour. You can't really see it on the stamper because it is really, really little, and it's a little detail. So I placed it on the nail, and although you can probably see the look on it didn't stand out that much, so for obviously stamping purposes I went over it with a lighter colour just so you could see what it looked like. But actually it was quite a cool textured look. You wouldn't really see it from afar, but close up you'd see it. So there you go, you can see that detail now. So that's the first pop stick done. So this here on the top to me looks a bit like cherry blossom. Even if it isn't, I think you could use it for a cherry blossom nail design, which I absolutely love. I think it's so pretty and looks so elegant and so chic on the nail. So that's the first step, and then I'm going to go in with a slightly darker purple. Again, getting rid of the bits that I don't want, and I'm trying to line it up as close as I can. So there you go, that just adds some more detail. I think what's difficult with this plate is, like, I don't know whether you're meant to turn the image round or what you're meant to do, or whether you're meant to place literally how it looks on the plate. That's what I have been doing. Some of the images are not that clear. I'm a bit like, what's this going to look like at the end? So I went in with some lighter colour there, so I really love that look. And then I'm going to come in with a darker brown, and then I'm going to place this over the top. I'm just going to line it up as much as I can, like so. Sorry about that. So I don't know whether I lined it up properly, but that's the one look, which it does look okay, but for me I think it should have been going from the opposite direction. So that is what I'm going to be showing now, and then you've got both to decide from which you think looks the best. So I'm just going to place this on the nail, but I'm going to come and bring it at a bit more of a different angle this time. So like it's sort of, it would be hanging down from the tree kind of look. And I'm going to be using the exact same polishes that I did with the previous swatch. Just excuse me while I get rid of all the bits that I don't want. So I'm just working out where to place this. Sorry, my camera won't focus then. So I think for me it will look better this way than the other way. Or, you know, maybe I should have done the like twiggy lucky bit in a lighter colour maybe, I don't know. But for me that it's how it should look kind of thing. I will show you both together and obviously you can decide which one you like. So yeah, so I'm just going to put this last detail on now. So there you go. So that's what it looks like. Maybe if I brought it a bit further down the nail kind of thing, it would work okay. So here are them both together. I mean, to be honest, they both look good and they both look pretty. So what do you think? So I'm going to go on to this rose detail now, and I've decided to do a blue rose only because I didn't have that many different shades of red, and the shades that I had got, I don't think it would have showed up this detail as much as it should do, whereas I've got a bit of a contrast with blues, as you can see here. So I really don't know if I'm placing this properly. I'm just kind of trying to work it out really, the best way to place it, and I wasn't sure whether it's meant to go straight over the top or whether you meant to move it down. It's a definite trial and error stage, as you can see me here trying to work out where to place it. So that's where I put it. But there seemed to be like that bit at the bottom which didn't really have anything on, which to me looked a little bit strange. So I actually went off and did it off camera and added like a rose leaf. It's probably a little bit too big, but I wanted it to cover that bit up. Kind of works. So moving on now to the lily, which are beautiful flowers. They really are beautiful flowers. But they're not too good if you suffer with like pollen, because they are really, really strong smelling, but and high pollen count obviously, but yeah, very gorgeous to look at. So I decided to put like a light blue on the end and then finish off with like a darker blue. And again, I was still a bit unsure as to where this should go. So I could have got it completely wrong, but I think if it kind of looks okay-ish, I'll tend to leave it there. And then obviously if I play with it in the future, I can adjust it and tweak it. So there you go, that's the end look. Don't know if it's right, but that's how it looks. So you got this gorgeous like angled thing. Yes, it's a real technical term that. And I'm kind of like, I started just thinking, do you know what, I'm not going to think too much about where to place it and just place it, as long as it's like obviously not a million miles off. And it would, to me, that was like a really effective look. And then I finished off with just a lighter colour. Sorry so much about the camera shake, I keep knocking it because it's on like a flexi stand. Sometimes I knock it with my arm, so please bear with me. So that is the end look, and I think that would be gorgeous if you had like a French manicure and you kind of put that going up your nail maybe. It'd be very, very pretty and effective. So I really had no idea what this was meant to be or what colours it should be or whatever. I just kind of went with it. It kind of like the end piece almost looks like a weird butterfly shape, but it isn't a butterfly. Well, I don't think it's a butterfly. So yeah, this is the end one that I'm going to place on. So hopefully you can see it. I really don't think that's the best colour combo, but I was just a bit like, I really don't know what to do with this. So then you've got this sort of cooler image here, and again I just started thinking, do you know what, I'm just going to place it wherever and just see, well, not wherever, but you know what I mean. I'm not going to focus on it being absolutely perfect, as long as it roughly works. So there you go. So I mean, this may be one that you put like the same colour on, but actually I thought it was quite cool with the different pinks and yellows. It's quite like summer sort of tropical look. And then I did it in like reverse order, so I put the pink base first and then blended the colours. So moving on now. Now I know you're probably wondering why I haven't used the image next to it. You'll see the reason in the bloopers. So I decided just to do this, and again I couldn't even work out what colours to use. I didn't know whether that should be green and this should be red, or what to do really. So I just sort of went with these colours, and that is the end look. I'm not too mad on this image, but I could have got the colours completely wrong, so I don't know. So I'm just going to finish off with this image right here. And again, I don't know if I used the right colours, or whether I should have separated this, whether this part of it should have been green or not. But I just went with it. So there you go. So I'm going in again with my pinks. So I'm starting off with this colour. And I really wasn't sure whether this should have been like the same colour and used to bulk it out or not, or whether it should have been different colours. I did go with a different colour look. I mean, obviously you could keep it like that. I suppose I should have more knowledge about flowers. But yeah, but I love playing and love showing you whether I, you know, how the colour combos go. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, but unless you try it out, you will never know. So I'm just going to place this here. So there you go, that's the last image. Don't know whether I got it right at all, but there you go. I've cleaned all my swatches off camera now, and I'm just gonna come in a little bit closer so you can see them. I haven't top coated them, but I think altogether they do actually look really pretty, and they can be very effective, and I think you can get some gorgeous flowery nail designs using this plate. I know a lovely little Sharon Buchanan will probably like this plate because it's got flowers on it, flower mad. So yes, blooper time it is. So with this one I decided to do like all a mix up of colours, and you'll see in a moment that it just didn't work, or I didn't think it worked. It kind of like looked different than I thought it would look at the end, if that makes any sense. And again, I tried to use different colours with the lily, and apart from my dreadful placement of it, it just didn't work, and again looked hideous. And yeah, with this one I scraped it, and these can be quite tricky, and my stamper just went like like slid all over it. It really didn't work. So I tried the Big Bling clear jelly stamper, and it just wasn't picking it up. Yeah, so that's why I didn't use it. It just felt really smooth, and yeah, it was very different to the other plates. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching it. Thank you, Clear Jelly Stamper, for sending me these fabulous goodies to review. And I hope you've enjoyed, and take care, and I'll see you in the next one, Jelly Babes. Bye.